I've never wanted to murder someone so bad in my entire life. It's hot. It's in the middle of summer. It sucks because I can't get comfortable in any position I sit in. And I get this big, lanky dude in my ear, like, just rambling off hip-hop lines. I'm like, dude, seriously, enough. Like, on the return trip, I literally looked at him. I was like, open your mouth and make it rhyme one more time. I'm busting all the teeth out of your head. Like, I like people until I just stop seeing you as a people. I just see you as, like, something I don't want to even, like, associate with anymore. Because you just get on my nerves that bad.
Yeah.
And I'm a pretty easygoing guy. But it was that, like, our singer, and he turns around, and he literally yells at Brian. He's like, dude, just shut the fuck up. We can't stand you. We're going to leave in the middle of nowhere. Like, we all start screaming at the same time.
All right, Sherrod, what about you? Have a serious subject ever got on tour? Any juicy stories?
I mean, nothing so juicy. No. We same deal. We did we've done like some mini tours here and there. Nothing on a grand scale, but it's been great. I can't really complain. We've been very lucky. Yeah, I don't know. I wish there was like a crazy story, but no, it's like we get like 2 hotel rooms and just and it's, I guess the biggest controversy is who is staying with whom. It's like who can stand the other person. So a while back, made sure that our bass player and our lead guitarist were staying together because Mott's and I are good friends, and we can sort of just weather the storm.
Cool.
Yeah. You want to get some really funny tour stories? You need to bring Blackie on one of these shows.
Yeah, we should. Well, you guys,
that dude has got tour stories that you would literally end up like wetting yourself over.
Well, you guys are coming back on the show on my birthday show, August 24th.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. So we can rehash all that. So hopefully the whole entire band will show up. I still have pictures from when you guys sent me when you guys came on a while back. So you guys are going to come back on my birthday show. You guys only have 2 songs, so I have this big, huge thing I'm planning. So
nice.
And Ty, my voiceover, is doing you guys' voiceover. I go, here's a little thing. It's also my birthday show, so do what you want to do. Be surprised. So, yeah. Anyway. But yeah, you guys come back on 24, so hopefully the whole entire band will be here, and then Maximus, or not Maximus, your whole thing's Maximus, Blackie can tell me stories. That'd be kind of cool.
He's got some good ones. Like, there's been times where I sit up late at his house whenever we're hanging out. I literally be enthused by the end of the night. Like, I thought, I'm not going to give anything away about the story, because, like, I just didn't even tell him.
Okay. All right, Spider. What about you? You need tours before the baby was born?
Well, not tours per se. As my own personal project, the electronic project, it's always kind of hard to find gigs consecutively, so I don't play out a whole lot under my own solo stuff. But as far as the metal band goes, one of the things that I'm really proud of, and I'm kind of involved on the fringe of it, or I was at the time, but we used to play all the various local places that you could play. We used to play at Peabody's in Cleveland, Ohio, when it was still around before they closed. We played, all these places with national acts and everything, and we didn't really get real big out of our local area for whatever reason. But we started a festival at a local country music festival ground area.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was billed as for country music festival shows and things, but it was relatively local. It was just a few minutes from where we practiced. And the woman who owned it was friends with our singer's mother. And so we got in touch with her, and she said, okay, well, this is what it costs to rent the place. This is what you got to do as far as security. This is what you have to do for all that. You're responsible for everything, and if it works, then, you can do it more than once. And we're like, all right, cool. So we set up a festival. I don't know how many bands we had for the first one, 10, 12 people. We ran food, all kinds of stuff, had a tattoo truck, a big thing. And a huge amount of people showed up. Like, we didn't expect so many people that we broke even and even made a bit of a profit after paying all of the bands on doing the shows. We're like, all right, well, that's cool. So we did it the next year. It got a little bit bigger. We did it the next year. Got a little bit bigger. At some point, of course, I had to leave and move on and ended up out here in Ohio because this was in Pennsylvania. But the one we just finished, let me look up here. I think it might have been 11, maybe. It's the 11th annual edition of this show, this festival.
Wow.
And it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger every year. And this was, let's see, yeah, it was the 11th year for it. And how many bands did they have on it this year? 30 original, local, and regional acts playing on 2 stages.
Wow.
And this was just started by a couple of local guys, just
Wow.
out of a shed.
Wow.
Nice.
That's cool.
And if you're ever in the area in Pennsylvania, in northwest Pennsylvania, an area, the greater Springfield area, just a little bit south of Erie, Pennsylvania, and it's during the summertime, then keep a lookout in the local papers for an event called the Jim and I, because it's the country music park is Jim and I, as in like the man Jim and someone else being I. I don't know who the I is, honestly. It's just how it was when we found it there.
He comes on stage in a Phantom costume.
The Jim and I Metal Massacre, and it's all basically metal and heavy metal bands that run from like really, really super, super death type metal to lighter, more like Killswitch Engage type metal and everything else in between. And it's just a huge, huge event. And that's the closest I think I've ever come to being part of a tour, is doing that several years running. And it was a great experience, awesome experience. And I kind of miss doing that. It's just, I can't, my body physically isn't able to take that kind of punishment anymore. Otherwise, I'd still be trying to get bands together to go out and do like guest spots on there. But it's, we had all kinds of good times. Excellent.
Cool. That sounds awesome.
Nice.
So, how much? Now, next thing that you put on here, Sean, on this topic, how much can a music can impact the soul?
I mean, that's really kind of going back to what I was saying earlier about when I meant the singer from Color Morale.
Yeah. Okay.
I went from 3 years of depression just weighing on me and clawing at me to listening to that album that took maybe 56 minutes of my life to get through.
Mm-hmm.
And then realizing on the other side of that album, like, there's a lot more I can be doing with myself. There's a lot better things I can do for myself. I've gone to enough concerts in my life, where I can tell if I'm bored of seeing a band that I've seen, because I've seen it so many times, and then seeing a band for the first time that I've never seen before. Like tonight, I'm going back to Warped Tour today. I saw Good Charlotte for the first time. That was a band that I picked up on when I was like 14, 15 years old, and I fell in love with them from the get-go, and I had never seen them live.
Wow.
I was so excited to see them, I started crying.
Oh.
And I'll admit, I'm a big guy, and I talk a big, tough game sometimes. I'm a big softy at heart. And seeing a band that I've always wanted to see, and just the excitement I had, like it took me back. It took me back to when I was young. I had a lot of things to worry about in life.
Yeah.
You know, everything just kind of goes away for a minute, and everything just, it becomes crystal clear. You know, this is the fun that I'm having. This is the fun I missed out on. Where have I been? You know, where have I been during all this? And then, you know, there's songs I listen to that remind me of my grandparents. My grandparents pretty much raised me.
Hmm.
And hearing those songs, you know, it kind of shakes your soul a little bit. You know, back to all the memories that you have with, you know, the people that you're close to when you hear these songs. Like, on my own basis, he actually died of a heroin overdose.
Wow.
Anytime I hear a Chevelle song, I start missing the guy like you wouldn't believe.
Oh.
But, you know, there's other songs, too, that get me really excited, you know, of good things that happen, like the songs playing during a good time of my life.
Hmm.
And music to me is not just, you know, the notes and progression. It's not just putting my own heart and soul into it. Music is one of the biggest connecting devices that humanity has ever used to bring people together and also to tear people apart.
Yeah. Totally true.
If you go on YouTube, pull up any modern metal band, you'll see comments, you know, people saying like, oh man, I wish this sounded like their old stuff. Oh, their new stuff sounds awesome. You got people saying like, you know, you're not a real fan unless you listen to the old stuff first and understand what their music was all about back then. And then you got these people out there, as most of the music scene, at least from, you know, from the music scene that I originally come from, they're called elitists. And you got these people, like, they're so wound into the music that they enjoy that they have to have this attitude like they're better than you. I can't tell you how many times I scroll through comments on YouTube on a Whitechapel video where people are saying, like, dude, you're a faggot for liking this stuff. It doesn't sound anything like your old stuff. You're a piece of shit for liking this. You're such a retard for this. Like, stop what you're doing. Take that negative shit, put it somewhere else, and actually just be like, oh, this isn't for me. You know, I'm going to listen to their older albums. Don't belittle people for their interests.
Yeah.
That's like me telling you, Shelly, like, well, you're dumb for your Pixie character that you have.
My what character?
I think it's cool, person. You're the Pixie thing that you do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's like me saying, like, well, I think it's fucking stupid you do that. I don't think that, but
Right.
I just as an example.
Right.
Like, I've seen
Tool
people
fans.
literally
Tool
at shows
fans
like
are-
this fight over stuff.
Yeah.
Do what?
Tool fans.
Yeah, Tool fans are some of the worst ones of them.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
ridiculous. It's funny because they'll, with every new album that comes out, they'll be like, oh, well, this wasn't like this album. It was so deep, and it was so this and so that. And it's like, no, it wasn't. It was just music that they liked, and they've said so.
Right.
And they're almost ashamed of some of their own fans, which is why they don't play as much, because they're kind of like, yeah, we have these crazy people. They come up with this crazy stuff about us, and all we're trying to do is get you to listen to some good music.
Right. You know, another really good example is my wife with the band Fall Out Boy. Like, she loves that band so much. She's actually told me straight to my face, I love that band more than I love you. But it's in a different way. And I told her, like, I totally understand that, and yeah, I get where you're coming from. Because I've seen her. We went to a Fall Out Boy show together, I want to say about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. I've never seen that girl come alive more, except for on her wedding day, than when she was at a Fall Out Boy show.
Wow.
You know, that's the impact that I want. I want to see people at shows. Like, I can go to a concert like today, Good Charlotte was coming on, and people had their phones out. Yeah, I had mine out too, but I'm trying to understand my wife's pregnant and couldn't be on seat. But you have all these people with their phones out, and they're watching the show through their phone. And you go back and watch like an Alice in Chains video from the early 90s. There's people that are crowd surfing. Everyone's jumping. Whether you're in the front, way in the back, off to the side, you're moving. You got people up on pieces of plywood that are crowd surfing. Like, you don't get that anymore these days. Everyone wants to sit there and be the kind of person in the crowd with herself and not saying, like, well, I came here to say I was here. I mean, not everybody. There's still people that do get into the show and get really engaged. which I love to see. But